Hi YouTube, Mr. Fat Guy with a Gun, also known as the Yeti, and we're back again. I told you we was going to film some things about my Mosin. This is the Mosin 9130. I've done some modifications to it, and all you people out there that are antique freaks, I know you don't like it, but keep an open mind, please. My friend, well, not my friend. I don't even know him personally, but one of my subscribers, one of the people I subscribe to, Nothing Fancy. If you've not checked him out, please do. I feel him very informative, and I feel him very honest in what he says. And anyway, he's the one that gave me the idea, and I'll tell you a little bit about my Mosin. This is what I use for hunting, and as you can see. Uh, let's see. I got a center point red dot scope. As the adjustable, you can change the retinas in it. It's got several different retinas that I can choose. It's illuminated red and green, and I can change that color. And it's also got wind and elevation. It sits on a Picatinny rail. Yeah, it's that cheap aluminum one you guys say don't work. I don't know where you think it don't work. Obviously, you don't know what Loctite is, because this thing stays put. So anyway, it sits on the Picatinny rail that I bought. I showed you a video on it before. Check through my playlist. So anyway, I'm not going to go too far into this. Next thing I did was I refinished it. But you notice what's missing. All you Mosin owners, do you see what's missing? Yeah. See, you went out and you bought those ATI stocks, like the Monte Carlo and stuff like that. Well, I decided that what better stock to put on a Mosin than one that's already fitted, and that's the one it came with. So what I did was I took all that wood that went up to here on the Mosin. I took that all off, okay, and I sanded it down and refinished it, and I did a mahogany finish. I don't know if you can see it because I don't have the best of cameras because I'm on a budget, and that's why I'm here. There's my hunting rounds. We'll get into that a little bit, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. And as you can see, I have the Remington ammo band that goes around there, and I have a boot for the recoil cushion. It's just a little boot that slides up on the Mosin itself. So I have that, and I don't think that the Mosin looks all that bad. Like I've done it. I put a normal strap on there because the Mosin's quite heavy. So I went and I adjusted for a padded strap, and the Mosin works fine. Pardon me. Just to kind of show you there, it's fine. There's no problems with it. And when I did this, I have to tell you, before we took this off, everyone said the Mosin was heavy and bulky and all that stuff. And I'm not downing the Mosin. This is just what people say. But now that I've taken that wood off and customized the stock, it feels more manageable. It feels like I can maneuver it better. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy, but as you can see, it works just fine. So anyway, that's the Mosin, and that's the updates I've done to it. See if I can give you a better view of the finish. It's a mahogany color. I wish I had better camera stuff. But that's the Mosin. Let's get on to put this away. Let's get on to what my new theme is nowadays, and that's I'm poor. What can I do to defend myself, to protect my home, to feed my family? I'm poor. I live on a budget. I don't make $50,000 a year. As a matter of fact, I make about $25,000 a year, and that's pretty poor nowadays. I'm less than that right now. So, well, anyway, with all that being said, let's talk a little bit about the Mosin Nagant. Everybody knows that you can buy the surplus ammo for cheap, and let's face it, it is cheap. And what I do is I buy it. Um, there you go, Bulgarian load, Mosin Nagant, surplus ammo, full metal jacket, boat tail. Okay, and this is what I buy, and I reload it. Well, you ask, how do you do that? There is a hammer, and I don't have mine, or I don't have it here, but there is a hammer that you can get that will take the projectiles out for you, and then you can cast your own, and that's what I do. I'll show you that right here. This is what I use to hunt with. Okay, it's a 30-06 projectile, I think. I'm sorry, but it's the same surplus brass. See, same. And all I do is I take the full metal jacket and I put it in this little hammer like this. I stick it down in there, and there's a top that you screw on. You beat that hammer on the ground, and that pulls out your projectile. Well, then what you do when that projectile falls out, you get yourself a little funnel. You turn your brass back upside right like this. Turn the brass upside right. Let me show you one that's empty. You take your empty brass. That's what it'll look like. You set it on the table. You put a funnel that'll fit in the top right there, and you pour the contents that fell out of the brass back into the funnel, and you pull this projectile out. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's not in the brass. Okay, that's the Mosin Nagant 7.62 by 54R projectile. Okay, so you get that, you pull that out of the funnel, the gunpowder will go back into your brass. Then you have to invest a little bit of money or find someone that can do it for you. And you make your tips. Okay, and you take this tip and you stick it. Well, this is the wrong size, but just to give you the general idea, you put it in your brass like this, and they have a sizer and a crimper tool, and then you just run this through the sizer crimper tool, okay, and it'll size it and crimp it and everything for you, and this is what you end up with. Same gunpowder, same primers. You didn't have to reprime it or any of that stuff. You just use the same brass. This is my hunting round. Okay, so you just use the same brass. Easy enough. There's not a whole lot of equipment you got to buy. Just that hammer and maybe a crimping and sizing tool for the size of for the 7.62 by 54R. Not much to it. So anyway, and I also reload for my pistols. Cast bullets. See, this is for my son's 9mm. And I reload for these because for 36 bucks I reloaded about 700 rounds for my 380 and my son's 9mm. It cost me like 36 bucks to reload like 700 rounds. Okay, and so we reload, and we kind of have to. We save our brass, we pick up brass, whatever we can do. I mean, that's what we do because that's what we can afford. If you can afford to go out and spend, $200-300 every time you go to the range for ammo, by all means, hey, that's your business. I mean, I'm not here to stop you. I'm here for the man that works hard and makes little. That's what I'm here for, and I can vouch for everything I'm saying because I'm living it. So we also, you can reload. This is a 270 round. We don't own a 270. We're reloading these for a friend, and we're also doing some 223s, cast bullets. So, because you're poor, it doesn't mean you can't have personal defense or home defense or hunting. I use my Mosin Nagant for home defense and hunting, and of course, we all know that I carry the High Point 380. Okay, my son carries a 9mm. He's not old enough to conceal yet, but that's his pistol. He keeps it in his room. When everyone in our family goes to bed or separates or whatever, I always have mine on me, so it's always somewhere where I can get to it My son's is down here. He keeps his in his room. And it's a surprise element because I know if someone broke into this house and I had to pull my pistol and I called his name, he'd come running with his pistol and the Mosin, and by God, they will be loaded. Um, so you could say, like Master Sergeant Earl E., someone picked the wrong house tonight. So anyway, um, let's talk about that a little bit. My High Point 380, everybody knows it's a brick. You can pick those up for, well, in my area, I picked mine up for 130 bucks, and that was my area, and I picked that up at a local gun store here. I don't know what it costs in your area. I don't live where you do, so. Anyway, my son's 9mm was 160 bucks. Good deal. He liked the 9mm. I wanted the 380. Well, they didn't have a 9mm when I bought mine, so he got the 9mm. I've got the 380. We bought the Mosin. Uh, if you can believe it or not, and there's a lot of videos out on this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. This Mosin cost me 130 bucks. Okay, I shoot elk with it. I shoot deer with it. I shoot coyotes with it. I keep it here at the house for home defense. I keep ammo in it, and so, I mean, it's not loaded, but the ammo's right there on the butt. So it doesn't take much, and all you got to do is put some critical thinking into what you want and make it yours. I try to go to the range as much as I can. I mean, we reload our bullets, but we can only do so much with what we got, and so we do okay. Um, so anyway, this is Mr. Fat Guy with a gun, also known as the Yeti, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.